What if I told you that hundreds of women across Africa were being spiritually manipulated, secretly recorded, and exploited by a man that they never even suspected? A Russian national, hiding behind charm and high-tech spy glasses, allegedly used ancient Benin voodoo rituals discussed openly in a private Discord server to make women submit willingly, without question, without hesitation, and the worst part, nobody knew until one man decided to snoop through that server, and what he found out shook an entire continent to its core.
So kumbe Mrussia alikuwa anatumia dumba. Hawa Russia wanapitia Benin. Benin kuna hii ritual ya Zangbeto ama sijui ni Zangbito.
This is the most disturbing scandal to hit East and West Africa this year, and by the end of this video, you will understand exactly why governments are now involved, women are hospitalized, and an international manhunt is underway. Stay with me because what comes next is far worse than you think.
Machaji na manyonyo is, wejua ni mwecheche. So kumbe Mrussia alikuwa anatumia dumba. No, nimetoka kwa channel yao ya Discord. Iko kwa Kirussia lakini imebidi kwetu nikitranslate. Mimi nimechoka. Hawa Russia wanapitia Benin. Benin kuna hii ritual ya Zangbeto ama sijui ni Zangbito. Unakumbuka hii kitu wanga inazunguka. Sasa mamori wanaenda wanalipa, hii kitu inawazungukia jo. Ikishawazungukia wanapata sijui ni madumba gani hizo mtu wangu. So wanaweza perform ritual on somebody. Unaona inaitwa Oblivion Accord. Anaweza rusha spells kwako. Sasa after hii shughuli, Russia wanatembea kwa different countries in Africa. Nimecheki wamekuwa Benin, Central African Republic, wamekuwa Cote d'Ivoire, wamekuwa Malawi, wako wengi jo. So ni kama kukumanga kitu kama hiyo jo, sijui nini. So Mrussia lazima akuje aspin kuela ama mkoro ama madam fulani. Akisha kuspin ameperform hiyo ritual kwako, unajisahau. So anaweza kucontrol jo. Unacheki? Mimi nashangaje. Watu wako na kilifiti jo, Mrussia atakwambiaje come with me. Alafu mfuate jo. Unacheki? So ni hivyo, so akikuspin venye hizi mazang videos na spin. Sasa hiyo ritual inaingia. Yaani unajisahau kabisa jo. So ukishadhumbodwa senye unazidi jo, unaona kwani hadi kuna madam alizomodwa hadi mahaga kila mahali. Unashanga what is these spams zinafanya nini kwa mwili yangu? Jo, sasa unaanza recollect your mind. Sasa hapo unajua hakuna kenyo utadu. Kwa hiyo Discord Russia wako na AIDS, wanasema niko na AIDS, niko na sijui nini. Kwanza mwingine anasema alipata AIDS Africa, so ameamua kuisambaza vizuri. Unacheki? Sijui wako na hizi STIs, bwana mbaya jo. Sasa okay, sasa sijui kama hizo mavudo ni vitu yenye ziko ama sijui ni nini. Kumbe ni makwela wanatumia madumba hivyo alafu wanadhombodwa. Wejua ni mwecheche jo, usitake jua.
Before we dive into the voodoo allegations, the Discord leaks, and the smart glasses technology that made all of this possible, let me walk you through how this entire nightmare began, because this story did not start with a scandal. It started with what looked like an ordinary lifestyle. A Russian national, identified online as Vyacheslav, whose real name is reported to be Vyacheslav Trahov, has been living in various African countries, including Kenya and Ghana. To most people who encountered him, he appeared to be just another foreign visitor, friendly, sociable, seemingly harmless. He moved through social media circles with ease. He frequented popular spots, he engaged with local communities, and he built trust carefully, deliberately, and with surgical precision. But behind the carefully constructed image, something far more sinister was happening. Vyacheslav was allegedly part of a wider network of individuals connected through a private Discord server, where they discussed strategies, shared recordings, and according to explosive new claims, coordinated the use of spiritual manipulation on their targets. Now, I know what you're thinking. Voodoo, Discord servers, smart glasses. This sounds like something out of a thriller movie, but I can assure you, every detail that I am about to share with you has been circulating across verified social media accounts, news commentary channels, and has triggered real diplomatic action between sovereign nations. And the man who blew this wide open, his name is Arnold Malcolm. Now, Arnold Malcolm is a well-known social media commentator who operates across multiple platforms. In a now viral video, Arnold Malcolm revealed that he has been going through or had access to information from the Russian man's private Discord server, and what he described finding inside that server has sent shockwaves across the internet. According to Arnold Malcolm, the Discord server was not just a casual chat group, it was allegedly a coordinated space where members, including Vyacheslav and others connected to him, discussed detailed strategies for targeting women. But here is where the story takes its darkest turn. Arnold claimed that within those conversations, there were explicit discussions about using Benin Voodoo, traditional West African spiritual practices originating from the Republic of Benin, as a tool to manipulate and lure women. Now, let me be very clear about what is being alleged here. The claim is not simply that these men are charming or persuasive. The claim, as laid out by Arnold and echoed by thousands of commenters online, is that these individuals believed in, discussed and allegedly employed spiritual rituals designed to break down a woman's natural resistance and judgment, to make her comply, to make her submit, without her fully understanding why she was doing whatever she was doing. And when Kenyan women and Ghanaian women saw this information surface, the reaction has been immediate, visceral, and filled with a mixture of rage and terror. But hold on, because the spiritual manipulation claims are only a layer of this scandal. Wait until you hear about the technology that they were using, because that part has been confirmed. While the voodoo allegations continue to dominate social media discourse, there is one element of this case that has moved beyond allegation and into confirmed fact, and that is the method Vyacheslav used to secretly record his encounters with women. He used Ray-Ban Meta smart glasses. Now, if you are not familiar with these devices, let me explain why they are so dangerous in the wrong hands. These glasses are a collaboration between Meta and the parent company Facebook and Instagram, and the iconic eyewear brand Ray-Ban. They retail at approximately $300, which convert to roughly 60,000 Kenyan shillings. They look almost identical to regular Ray-Ban glasses. Stylish, sleek, completely inconspicuous. But built into the frame of these glasses is a tiny camera lens, capable of recording high-definition point-of-view video. The wearer simply taps the side of the frame or uses a voice command, and the glasses begin filming everything the wearer sees. From their exact visual perspective, there is no phone being held up, there is no obvious camera pointing at anyone. The person being recorded has virtually no way of knowing that every single moment is being captured. This is exactly how Vyacheslav allegedly recorded intimate encounters with multiple women across Kenya and Ghana. The women had no idea. They saw a man wearing sunglasses, nothing more, nothing less. And because the recordings were from first-person perspective, the resulting footage was deeply personal, deeply invasive, and when it was later shared online, it was deeply devastating. The footage reportedly made its way onto Discord servers first. And this is where real human cost of this scandal becomes impossible to ignore. Behind every clip that was shared, behind every viral tweet and every outraged comment, there is a real woman, a real human being whose life was shattered without her knowledge or consent. Multiple women across Kenya have also reported severe emotional distress. Some deleted their social media accounts entirely. Others have gone into hiding, terrified of being identified. Families have been torn apart. Relationships were destroyed overnight. And through all of this, one question kept echoing louder and louder across the continent. How did so many women fall for it? How did they submit so easily? And how did none of them suspect a thing? That question is precisely what fueled the voodoo narrative, because for many people watching this unfold, the only explanation that made sense was that something unnatural was at play. But this scandal does not stop at broken hearts and viral videos. No, this one went all the way to the top. Now, to understand why the voodoo allegation hit so hard, you need to understand the cultural weight that spiritual practices carry across West and East Africa. Voodoo, or Vodun, as it is traditionally known, originates from the kingdom of Dahomey, which is present-day Republic of Benin. It is one of the oldest spiritual traditions in the world, with roots stretching back thousands of years. In Benin, it is not fringe or superstitious. It is a recognized religion practiced by millions. It was even declared an official religion by the Beninese government in 1996, with January 10th designated as National Voodoo Day. Within the Vodun tradition, there are practices associated with love, attraction, and influence. Some practitioners claim that the ability to create spiritual bonds between individuals to enhance personal magnetism or to weaken someone's willpower. These practices are taken extremely serious across West Africa and even in East African nations like Kenya. Awareness of and belief in such spiritual system is very widespread. So, when Arnold, Malcolm, and other commentators alleged that members of the Discord server were discussing these specific practices, the reaction was not dismissive. It was fear, genuine, deeply rooted, culturally informed fear. Whether or not the voodoo claims can be empirically verified remains an open question. What cannot be denied is the profound psychological impact that these allegations have had. For many women who are victimized, the idea that they may have been spiritually compromised add entirely new layers of violation to an already devastating experience. It transforms the narrative from one of deception and manipulation in something that feels almost predatory or on supernatural level, and that is a wound that no court ruling or arrest warrant can fully heal. This scandal has also shone a harsh spotlight on platforms like Discord and how they can be weaponized. Discord, for those unfamiliar, is a communication platform originally designed for gaming communities. It allows its users to create private servers, essentially closed groups, where they can share text, voice messages, images, and videos with selected members. The privacy features that make Discord appealing to legitimate communities also make it attractive to individuals with predatory intentions. Within a private Discord server, conversations are shielded from public view. Content can be shared, discussed, and coordinated without any external oversight unless someone within the group decides to expose it. That is precisely what appears to have happened in this case, when the contents of Vyacheslav, a large server, began leaking, either through someone inside the group or through investigative snooping. The full scope of what was being discussed became public knowledge. The conversation about targeting strategies, the alleged voodoo discussions, the sharing of secretly recorded footage, all of it spilled out into the open. This has prompted renewed calls for platforms like Discord to implement stronger content moderation, particularly in servers that share intimate or exploitative materials. Digital rights organizations have pointed out that while encryption and privacy are important, there must be a mechanism to prevent platforms from being safe havens for predatory behavior. You need to remember, behind every clip that was shared, behind every viral tweet and every outraged comment, there is a real woman, a real human being whose life was shattered without her knowledge or consent. In Ghana, at least one woman had to be hospitalized, not for physical injuries, but for severe psychological trauma after discovering that an intimate video of her had gone viral across the internet. Imagine waking up one morning, checking your phone, and realizing that millions of strangers have seen the most private moment of your life, a moment that you never consented to being recorded, a moment you didn't even know was being filmed. The psychological devastation is almost unimaginable. Shame, humiliation, betrayal, fear, anxiety, depression, all crashing down at once. And in many African societies, The social stigma attached to such exposure can be career-ending, relationships destroying, and in the most extreme cases, life-threatening. Multiple women across Kenya also reported severe emotional distress. Some deleted their social media accounts entirely. Others have gone into hiding, terrified of being identified. Families were being torn apart, and relationships were being destroyed overnight. And through all of this, one question kept echoing louder and louder across the continent. How did so many women fall for it? How did they submit so easily? And how did none of them suspect a thing? That is precisely what fueled the voodoo narrative, because for many people watching this unfold, the only explanation that made sense was that something unnatural was at play. What makes this case extraordinary is that it did not remain a social media scandal. It escalated into international diplomatic incident. In Ghana, the government took the unprecedented step of formally summoning the Russian ambassador. Ghanaian officials demanded for answers, accountability, and most significantly, they requested the extradition of Vyacheslav Trahov to face charges under the Ghana cybercrime laws. The specific legal framework being cited includes law against the non-consensual recording and distribution of intimate images, a category of crime that many countries are only now beginning to take seriously. Ghana's response was swift and aggressive, reflecting the depth of public anger in the country. Protests were organized online and offline. Politicians weighed in publicly, and media outlets dedicated hours of coverage to the story. The message from Accra was unmistakable. This will not be tolerated, and this man will not be held accountable. In Kenya, the response was equally intense, though it unfolded primarily through social media and civil society pressure. Influencers and public figures, including the well-known personality called Mzungu Fresh, used their X accounts for multiple consecutive days. Arrest may still come, extradition proceedings may still unfold, more Discord leaks may still surface, and more victims may still come forward. But one thing is already painfully clear: the intersection of technology, manipulation, and exploitation has reached a new terrifying frontier. And if we do not pay attention, if we do not demand accountability, if we do not protect the vulnerable, this will happen again and again. Now, if this video opened your eyes, share it with someone who needs to see it. Subscribe to this channel because I will be covering every single update on this case. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Stay vigilant, stay informed, and stay safe. This is not the end of this story, not by any long shot.